right. Let's see. How this goes. Okay, so let's put a little bit of music. Yes, all right. Aha. Hello, Elion. How are you doing? Let's build something. All right. Let's create this app. StarKit Livewire. Yes, I do not want Vault Pest. Here we go. No, not for now. Wifepoints. There we go. Let's open this one up in PHP Storm. Nope. Yes. Yes, let's go, Elion. If you have any suggestions, always welcome. Let's go. First name, name. Let's switch those around. Okay. Has user IDs, yes, and also soft. Whoops, soft deletes. There we go. Whoops. First name, last name, yes, and of course in the model, whoops, user first name needs to be fillable. There we go. All right. So if you're still there, Elian, what should we do next? Tung tung. Okay, so this is the app. All right. Okay. Of course, I didn't build. First install. Let's build for now. All right. And it should be password, the default one. Okay, this is new. This is default. All right. There we go. This changed. Okay. Uh-huh. This is new. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that was new. Let's try that again. Whoop. This is strange because I never asked for that. Optimize clear? Yeah, why not? Run dev, there we go. Of course. Do I know some good crimes to commit? Not sure what you're talking about, but be my guest. Seems like something changed in the starter kits that I wasn't aware of. Here it is. Okay. So I should just delete that instead of setting it to false. Let's try that. So just remove this. There we go. And then, yeah, to be certain, let's where's my, here it is. Optimize clear, whatever, and fresh. There we go. Let's do that. And let's quickly build as well. Let's head over to Google again. And wifepoints.test. There we go. Whoops, it's password. Okay. I'm not a huge fan of that change, but okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let me know what you think about this this change. I'm not a huge fan, to be honest. Okay, so what do we have? So we have two-factor authentication, which is now enabled by default with 45. Yeah, not sure about that one though, but let's see. So we're building a few things here. Let's see. So the goal is to actually create an application where we set wife points for every task that we do, because I need to gather wife points to go to conferences and stuff like that. So I need a way of tracking whatever I earn, so I can justify going to conferences. So what we're building is actually an application for me and my wife to exchange those kind of points. So, by the way, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to Twitch or YouTube, like and subscribe, and yeah, ask questions, and I will be happy to answer them. I'm not sure if I see every answer or every question that you're asking, but we'll see. I'm hopping from Twitch to YouTube to check them. Alright, so let's actually start creating those tasks, right? So actually I want to have some presets, so let's create a task template. So PHP artisan make model task template with a migration, and that's that's it for now. So code, no, not code, PHP Storm, of course. Okay, so PHP Storm. Let's create that template. Table, so no soft deletes. There we go. And I want UUID ID primary. There we go. So a template name, yeah, good. Description, well, let's say task details. There we go. And this could be like take out trash with a task detail of take out trash bin, whatever. And I want a default set of points. So let's say we'll use just integer for that. Default points, nullable. Okay. Cool. So that's that. and those will create eventually the tasks themselves. Also UUID over here. I will basically have the same stuff, and this will be the points in the end. Default points will be points. There we go. I don't want this to be nullable. Okay. Good. So basically, that's it for the migrations until now. Cool. So let's actually go into the model itself. We'll be using soft deletes. We'll be using has UUIDs. Why is it duplicate? I don't want that. There we go. Protected. Only the ID here. Okay. Let's actually create a LiveWire component for that. Task template list. Like that. Cool. And also create, which will be needed to create it, right? Okay. All right. I don't know, do you guys hear the music, actually? A bit low. Okay, let me try and fix that. How do I fix that? Let's see. I have some knobs over here as well, so let's try this. Let me know if this is better for you guys. I'm still figuring out how to actually do this properly. So log volume, no. I want properties, maybe? No, no properties. Let's see. Maybe this helps. Well, anyway. Okay, I can increase the volume, apparently. Let's see if I can increase it to like 8. Is this better? That should be better, right? I hope it is. Well, I hope it's better now. Let me know if it is. And my screen capture would be like this. I hope this is better. Alright, cool. I'm kind of new to this whole streaming thing, so bear with me. Yeah, Cool. So let's get back to it. All right. So I want, let's say, a public name, public task detail, and public default points. All right. Cool. We're going to have a form in the blade file. Public function mount. Yes, I want the mount function as well. I'm not going to put anything in there yet. Public function save. And maybe I want to use a form for that instead of, well, yeah, I'm going to rename that to a form. And well, let's try and use the refactor. Where is it? The refactor rename task template form. Refactor that. Yes. Okay, cool. All right, so it's refactored. That's one of the nice features in PHP Storm there. You can just refactor stuff, and that's awesome. Okay, so let's see. I have a name, I have task details, and I have the default points that go with that task. So like this. Let's validate that stuff. So this validate of indeed, and task template. Whoops. Task template create. The name, this name, like that, and the task. Okay. Well, let's go for create right now. I also want to change this to form, and we'll livewire rename this one to form. I don't need to refactor this. There we go. All right, so we'll have a form here. Whoops. We need a label. An input. Yes. Is this working? What is my opinion on inertia? Well, I prefer Livewire because I'm not that great at JavaScript, and Livewire enables me to create front-end stuff with just PHP. So that's why I prefer Livewire. So yeah, nothing fancy. Okay, so I actually need an input wire model of name, and the type is text. There we go. Let's actually, I don't need the label. Whatever. I don't need the label. For now. Wire submit equals to the save function that we have. Wire model, what was it? Task details. And wire model of the default points. There we go. And let's add that to the routes as well. So in the auth, that. Whoops, what did I do wrong here? Create task template. Task template form. That should be right. Should be correct, right? Okay, I need to import it. Okay. Okay. Let's be consistent here. Okay. Just the border. Should that be enough? We're not going to bother with styling that much right now, so let me just put a placeholder as well. Placeholder, let's say name, task name, like that. Mm. That's a bit much. All right, cool. All right. Do I prefer Flux? To be honest, I use it from time to time, but I like to use like pure HTML, CSS, and a little bit of JavaScript, and build components myself. That's not always the best choice, but for now it's okay. Alright, so let me put these labels in here as well, like this. Let's say the default points and the task details. Yes, the starter kit is using Flux. So if you would check out the pre-built Livewire components that are in here, like these, where is it, settings and appearance stuff. Let me just quickly grab the authentication, for example. This is using pre-built stuff. We could use that as well, but I like to create it myself. Maybe we can change that. Should we change that? Well, yeah, we'll use Flux. Let's redo this part real quick. Like this input for name, which would name this task name, right? It's required autofocus, yes. Autocomplete, no. I don't want an autocomplete on that. And I need the placeholder to be in this case, so I don't need to do classes, tailwind classes myself, because it's using the starter kit Flux stuff under the hood. So task name, for example, take out trash. That's it. And whoops, I also have the task details. is also a text. I don't want this to be autofocused. And this is also not required for me. Or did I make it required? No, it's not required. All right, cool. Take out trash. Refresh. Bins. Bags. Bin bags. Is it bin bags? Bins bags? Bin bags. All right, cool. Then I have another input for the default points, right? Default points. For example, default points, and this is actually a number, and placeholder will be 10 or 15, like that. And you're right, this will look better. Yeah, well, your question was a good question. I'm also not that good at designing stuff. My colleagues are way better than me at that. So yeah, maybe we should stick to just Flux components in here for now. So, well, this kind of looks okay. I just need to check out, like, there are a few things that we need to change. Let's see. For the login, well, there is a clause relative viewable. No, I don't. Maybe the register one. Oh yeah, we need to change that as well because I created the first name in my user component. So we need to change that. Let's see. Input password. Okay, let's just copy out this as well, because we're going to need that actually, instead of just save. It's also a posts, and the route action, it's not a route in our case, it's a wire submit, save. And that should give us a better, yeah, all right, so it's okay, it's okay. So if I say take out trash here, empty all the bins, and refresh the bags like this, and I'm going to go for 10 points. And well, I forgot the submit button. So there is a Flux component for that. If we go into the here, like that, and we just throw that in here, and it's a button, primary, submit, w full. I don't want this because it's not for the login. And just hit save here. Okay. Okay, so take out trash. Empty all bins. All bins. And it's good for 10 points. All right, cool. But I want to quickly dump and die that in here. So task details for now. All right, let's save that, and it's null. Cool. We don't want that. Task details. What did I do wrong? That should be correct, right? Why isn't... This is kind of strange. Wire submits to the save function, which is good. Like 1, 2, and 3, like that, and it still is null. Okay, let's see what's going on. So it's a textual input, yes, I know. Let me just set that. Like that. Well, it is a Flux component, so normally it's Flux is handling that for us, right? I'm not used to working with Flux that often, so let's actually dive into the Flux component itself. Can I do that? So is the name, is the value? You could be right. I still need to wire that up. Let's see, wire, wait, if I just refresh here, indeed it's not wired up. So I still need to add wire model. Task details. Like that. Name, was it name? Yes, and then the default points. Like that. And if I now head over to... Okay, so now it's wired up. Cool. I wouldn't... Okay, never mind. I thought... Never mind. So let's head back to this. I don't want to pre-fill that. And... Okay, so... Task, details, and I want 10 points for that. Save, so I should get details. Alright, great. So let's actually do the real saving stuff here. Take out the trash and empty all bins for 10 points. There we go. So let's do that. Missing rule because I am validating and I don't have any rules. Alright, cool. So there are a few options here. I can do a rule set, or I can use the attributes for that. So let's use attributes for that. So validate, and I want this to be required, and well, this is optional. So validate nullable, there we go, and this is a validate not nullable but a number, numeric, that's it. Alright, let's try that again. Take out all the trash, empty all bins. For now that should be okay. Notice table, task templates. Oh, okay. I didn't run my migrations. So migrate. Cool. Take out the trash. For 10 points. Okay, so that should be in our database. So let's actually open up that database SQL file here. Oh, it's not the first time this happens. Okay, sometimes it becomes a little bit laggy. Okay, so let's close up this one here. So I have a main tables, and I have my task templates, and in here I have, let's close this, my empty all bins, take out the trash, for 10 default points. So what I want to do next is I want to actually create that template to be created into a real task that we then can perform and earn those points, basically. So let's try and do that. Let's see. All right, let's create that list component first. All right, so I want all the task templates. Yeah, for now that is fine. And all the task templates like that. But I don't like this being here. I prefer it like that. Okay, so we'll also be building like a search and ordering, sorting stuff later on. So let's first create that. Okay. Because all isn't that great, I want to use with pagination. So let's go with pagination here, and I also want us to be able to search stuff. So public, and we're going to use a string for that. So string search, and also for sorting stuff, I want public. Well, public string sort field. Yeah, sort field. Let's default that to name, and the sort direction ascending as a default as well. We're not going to use query strings for now, but yeah, let's basically use this search, and we'll create that model function in a moment. So this search of whatever that we're searching at that moment, and we're going to order by the field and the direction that we actually, and paginate, let's paginate default of 10. So let's open up the model. So that will be the task template model. No, I don't have classes on C++. I'm pure PHP Laravel at the moment, but never say never, right? Okay. So I want a public function in here. Scope search, and in here I want to actually return the query. And well, I'm not a huge fan of using a regular where. I like to use where any, and where any takes in an array. So an array, and in here all the stuff, yeah, that we need goes in there. And so, for example, name, the task detail, and also well, the points, but that's irrelevant to search upon, right? And then will be like, and then the between percentages the search param that we wanted. All right, that's about it. So this is the search scope that will enable us to search in our list in here. Okay. Cool. That's cool. Let's see. We want to create that list, right? So first of all, I need a div. And inside that I want a class of I want some spacing. Space y4, like that. Cool. First of all, I want an input, and we could use Flux for this, but we're not going to do that in here. So I want an input of wire model, and here comes the tricky part. I want this to be live with a debounce, because I don't want it to be injected directly. I want a debounce of 300 milliseconds on the search. There we go. this could get ugly, right? It's a type of texts, and it's well, we're going to have a placeholder search. Whoops, like this, search, and 4, and padding Y of 2, and let's border that as well. And I want like a border gray, like a grayish border, gray, like that. Let's see how that looks. Oh, we still need to create our route for that. So let's open up the routes file. Routes web. Yes, okay. Task. Right. Okay. Oh yeah, I use search scopes on my models. Yeah, you could do that in abstract, but I like it in my controllers. There's no specific reason for that, just because I like it. Okay, so that's done. Okay, cool. So I have like 20 minutes left, I think, and then I need to get packing. So let's do another thing real quick. Let's actually build out that that table, right? So in here, let's close this up again. So now we have that search, and basically what I want to do now, I want to have a table. So table, whoops, table, will this fit? Yeah, it will fit. Okay, so table, and we're going to give it a class, and the class, well, whatever, we're not going to give the class right now, because I don't know what it will be yet. So I also need a table head, t head, and in that t head I need a tr, so table row. Okay, and every table row that that's only one, has a table head element, well, th element, and let's do it like that. Okay, so this will be name. Whoops. Points and detail, like that. All right, so then we have the table body. Whoops, table body, like that. Okay. And actually that's the for each, but I like to use a for else, because when we don't have any task templates, how did I call it? Like this. Whoops. There we go. Task template as template. There we go. And I also need, well, an empty with a table row of a table description stating nothing to see. Okay, so I need a table row here as well, and in that table row, like that, I want a table description. Okay, there we go, and this will be the template name. Task detail. And the default points. I hope that's kind of correct. Empty trash. This is awful, right? This isn't how it should be. Well, I tend to put those search scopes for bigger projects into traits. So, because sometimes, yeah, stuff gets used over multiple models with the same scopes, same names, same scopes. Yeah. Sometimes abstract as well. It really depends on the project. But yeah, it really depends. Okay, so let's actually make this a little bit cleaner, right? So let's go for class here of px. So there's the padding on the x-axis of, let's say 6, right? py of 3, and text left, so my text stays on the left. Text will be in well, extra small or something like that. I would like to have my text a little bit more grayish here, so text gray, and let's go for 500. Okay. And that like that. Okay. We're also going to go for a class here, and also like the same stuff like px6, py, a little bit bigger. And I want a white space, no wrap, like that. And I want this text to be like this, SM, and the text also gray, but I want it to be a little bit darker, like a little bit more deep gray. That 700, like that. And let's see how that looks. Yeah. Well, that's good for now, I guess. we can change that, right? Okay. So, nothing to see because bird has no. Okay, so my scope works as well. Let's actually add another one, and actually, let's add another div here. H1. Task templates, and I also want okay, so let's go for texts 3XL. Okay, that's font bold, and I want text gray 900. Okay, that should do it. And I also want a class here. I want that to be pulled all the way to the other end because of that justify between, right? So px4 py of 2. Let's give it a blue background, like 600-ish, bordered, and I want the border to be green. No. I'm not gonna give it a... Let's just give it a text of white and rounded large, rounded like that, and I want a hover effect on it as well to be like slightly bump up that background color, right? So background blue and from 6 to 700, and I want that to be transitioned. Transition. Aha. Yeah, that's about it. Okay. Refill dog food. Refill the dog food and wash out the how's it called? The bucket? Yeah, the bucket. So that's a little bit more. Nah, it's also 10 points, right? 10 points. Okay, cool. Okay, I need to redirect on that as well. So let's PHP Storm. No, that's not this one. It's the form, and I need to return redirect templates index. Is that right? No. It's this one. She always does that, so I'm going to go for empty. And let's say that's only 5 points worth. Okay, cool. So everything related to the dog. Search is working. That's awesome. Okay. Well, Koen, I'm not that of an expert in CSS, but well, it enables me to create stuff. So transition property. No offense taken, of course. But I'm not that sure what you mean. Like transition property. Like let's do it better, right? Let's do it better. So transition property. So colors. Oh yeah. So I can. Whoa. Okay. Okay. So that will only transition the colors and will not do weird stuff with all the rests. So if I would, okay, I get it. I think I get it. Thank you, by the way. All right. So that said, this is working. So I want to like use. I want to be able to click or declick stuff. So yeah. in here, for example, I should extract that into a blade template as well at some point. But let's go for this will be ugly for a moment, but wire click. So wire click, and I want to trigger a function called sort by. We'll create that in a moment, and we're going to sort by name, like that. Okay, so let's start off with that. So whenever I click here, it triggers sort by. Let's open stuff. So this will be this one. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, make it work, then make it pretty. I'm not that consistent in making stuff pretty. I love working on stuff, so this is a wild experiment that we're doing here. So to recapitulate what we're building, I need a lot of wife points to go to conferences and stuff. So I'm building like a small tool for her and me to keep track of my wife points. So I can do tasks for her. She will be creating templates, and from those templates she will create tasks which give me the possibility to earn points, which I can trade in for going to conferences or meetups or stuff like that. So it's something very stupid, but it's fun, and it allows us to do some stuff on the stream as well. So yeah, bear with me, I would say. Okay, so we're going to build that public function. Whoops. Public function like that. Sort by, and then the field that we're going to sort by. And actually, that's a void void function, and I don't like that. I want it there. Okay. So if yes, autocomplete is correct. If the sort field is equal to the field, I want the sort direction to be the opposite of the current one. So if it's ascending, I want it to be descending. Otherwise, I want it to be ascending. This autocomplete stuff, I really don't get it. It's magic. And otherwise, I want it to the sort direction to ascending. And I also want to set the field, the field, right? So this, whoops, sort field to the field. Okay. So this would mean, yay! Oh, so stupid. My background, well, I've been a developer for 2011 until now. So yeah, you do the math. And I'm a business owner. We have an agency, and I'm enjoying myself creating YouTube content tutorials. And so welcome, by the way, welcome to the channel. So yeah, that's my background. And I'm a background PHP developer, Laravel. And I try to call myself a little bit of an expert in Laravel because it's my day-to-day job. So, but to be honest, I'm preoccupied with a lot of business instead of development lately. So that's why I'm enjoying the channel as well. So okay, so I have these fields which I can toggle, which is nice. Oh, okay. You really should get into PHP again. It changed so much. It's really awesome. Okay, so let's do this here as well. Can we do that in one line? Or will it be... Nah, it's a bit long. Let's do it like this. I know it's ugly, but template. No, what was it called? Oh shit! What was it called? Task details. Like this. Task details, and also in here. Yeah, Laravel is actually, in my opinion, one of the reasons PHP is making a comeback. Laravel itself has been great for years. And, well, they have this VC backing right now, but we'll see what happens. I'm not going to get into any politics about that. The default points, like that. So this will allow us to also sort on the points, sort on the details, and sort on the name. There we go. I'm still missing a few things, right? So bins, that works. Dog food still works, but if I hit 5, nothing to see. So should we? What's your idea? Should we also consider searching on the points? Let me know. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's do that. How are we going to do that? A conditional something. Conditional something. Okay. It will be basic, but let's go for it. So if the name. So if, like add if, the sort field. So I need to check if that is correct. Do I use sort field? Yes. If the sort field is equal to the name, like this, then we could say, let's put it in a span. Wait, we still need the direction. Is that correct? Yes, it was correct. Well, if that is ascending, do something. And, well, let's up. Oh, this will be ugly, but we can use this one. Whew. That's... Oh, my kids are back home. Smile and wave. Smile and wave. Okay. Point. Down. Let's go for a down one. I don't know if this is gonna work. I should use icons or something. Well, let's do this. Whoops, what did I do? Up. This will be ugly, but I don't know. Unicode. I'm not that. Oh, okay, let's check that out. Okay, so if it's not, so if it's not, I also want one, right? But that one should be up down. Does that exist? Up, down? Oh yes, it exists. Great. Let's try that out. Well, we'll need it here as well, and here as well. And if that is the default points, and my wife is waving at me, I think I have a few minutes left. Task details. Right. All right. This is kind of cool. Yes, it's dinner time, I guess. But yeah, so I'm going to quickly create in my other screen here, GitHub, a new repository. I'm going to save that into a repository so I can rejoin my work some other time. So wifepoints, there we go. It will be a private repository. Yes, create repository. And let's actually go in here, get in it. There we go. Git add everything. And well, initial commit. Yeah, let's go for that one. Git branch main and git add remote. I need to copy this from here because, whoops. Git add remote, that one. There we go. And yeah, of course, git u origin main push. All right, let's go. So now it's up on Git, and we should see that in PHP Storm as well. I now have this icon and this, and I can also check in here. All right, cool. So we have, well, maybe I want to add one little thing. Still have a few moments, right? I wanted to add it to the menu, right? So okay. Okay, so I should have a sidebar somewhere. Okay, let's close this, close this. Dashboard. It's not that one, it's this one. Task templates, route is, what was route again? This one. Dot asterisk and I need to look that up. It's hero icons, so hero icons. Task. Yes, let's document, clipboard document lists. Should that work? I hope so. Yes, it does. Okay. Well, let's put it in another group because it's template management, you know. So and we'll be having another one for is there a to-do one? Document. Aha, check. We're going to use clipboard document check for the resulting tasks, and we're still looking for that, so we're not going to use that for now. Also this tasks, like that. So that will be okay. I messed up here. Okay. Yes, I know I messed up. Dashboard. Why is it taking so long now? Did I? Did I mess up? Probably. Yes, I did. So well, we're going to use that for now. And so that will be the end result someday, right? Platform, admin. Okay. I'm kind of satisfied with that. What do you think? We still need to edit those templates. We still need to convert those templates into tasks that need to be done. And in the dashboard, I want my current point counter as well. But that one is one for in the next streaming session. So yeah. Let's head over to Warp. And let's actually, well, no, let's use it in PHP Storm. The changes in sidebar, and we're going to call it whip. Classical whip. Yes, push, push, push. There we go. And that is it for today. So, if you guys have any questions, you know where to find me. And I will see you in one of the next streaming stuff that we're doing on the channel. So normally I have myself in the big screen right now. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in one of the next streams that we're doing. So happy coding, like and subscribe. Take care. Bye bye.